You can go and watch Chelsea on the telly, whatever you want to do, but support your local team. You feel much more of a part of it.
Another good decision Chelsea have made this week is that they announced that the club will no longer provide subsidised travel for away fans travelling by coach to domestic games. The subsidy was £10 per supporter.
I mean, it's not a great look, is it?
That'll fund another youth player, will it not?
Yeah.
Well,
I think,
but it won't.
Yeah, the Chelsea Supporters Trust have been absolutely scathing about that, understandably.
Totally.
And if they just explain the concept of the 12th man, it would just give them an 8-year deal, and off they go. They'll be fine.
But like, the thing is, the Chelsea Supporters Trust statement does make it very clear that this subsidy is incredibly valuable to young supporters who use wheelchairs and mobility scooters, people who are unable to drive due to medical conditions or cost, supporters who are ambulant disabled, supporters who are required to be dropped off very close to the stadium, vulnerable supporters, and supporters who generally rely on affordable mode of transport to support the club. Essentially, I mean, what you're saying is we can afford to do this, and this at a ridiculous level to the tune of £1 billion effectively, which is an extraordinary amount of money.
Sack managers, hire managers, pay them off.
Yeah, we can't afford to. I think the budget for that was 200 and something thousand
250
a
grand.
year.
It's like it's a player's weekly wage.
It's just saying, it's not saying we can't, it's just saying we don't want to.
Yeah.
And that's why Supporters Trust, for example, are so important.
Yeah.
To speak truth to power in a moment like this. And it's not all about, I think football fans sometimes get a bad rap in that, people say, people don't care as long as their clubs are getting the best players. There is other stuff that matters to fans.
Of course there is.
And for fans to come out and say stuff like this is so important.
Definitely.
And it's another example, and Chelsea aren't alone in doing this. This isn't even necessarily specifically a dig at them. But this is what happens when supporters are treated as customers.
Yeah.
But that's it. It's all a load of bollocks. We were saying this about MLS and the way they're charging home fans ridiculous amounts of money for when Messi and Inter Miami turn up. Now,
which is the most predictable policy ever, by the way.
Of course. And we were saying that, and I was like, blow me, imagine that in the Premier League. And then you go, yeah, but I mean, Premier League fans have been shat on from great heights in a number of ways. This is, unfortunately, this is the state of play. We laugh about Elon Musk taking over a Premier League team because it's all a cesspit. As a football fan, you're just hoping that you get a nice billionaire take you over.
Exactly, that's the state.
But never hope. Always question the people running your club.
Of course,
unless it's you, the fans. And the point you made about Messi there is interesting because for probably the past 25, 30 years, clubs in Spain, like smaller clubs in Spain, have been doing that when Barcelona and Real Madrid come. They've been charging season ticket holders more to get in, and I think that points out that there's still quite a lot of power amongst fans in this country because when the Super League stuff came out, where did everyone look to? Even UEFA were really looking at, the English fans will do a protest. And actually, the fact that English fans, including Chelsea fans, including Arsenal fans, took to the street and said, we're not having this, that was a massive turning point in the Super League idea not going through.
And but that's the limit, though. So we found the limit of what.
No, but fans. The problem is the fans. Football fans generally, and you've got to be careful kind of criticising them because they do go through a lot, and you're right to say they've been shat on from a great height for a number of years. But a lot of time I find it frustrating that fans channel their energy in the way they channel it. So us having a pop at this situation from Chelsea, which has basically been highlighted by the Chelsea Supporters Trust, which is basically the official supporters group.
There will be Chelsea fans going, get off our club.
Check out our social media. Check out, when this gets put out on social media, check out the comments. There'll be a lot of Chelsea fans saying, why are you picking on us? Yeah. And the energy's channeled in the wrong way. The same way is another example and this is the example I've picked at random, not having a pop at anyone in particular, when Sunderland went through what they went through, a lot of rival clubs' fans were much more content to say, ha, 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 look at that, than say, shit, this could affect us. Yeah. This could affect all of us. This is a working class club with a rich history that provides a massive community service, and we would rather laugh at it because they're a rival club. Football fans sometimes don't understand the power they hold, and if they banded together, they could get a lot more achieved. Easier said than done, of course, and it's easy for me to sit here and say that. A lot of the time, the energy is just channeled the wrong way.
You only find the common ground when it's the last resort.
Exactly, and Andy's absolutely right. It's unthinkable that a European Super League would have ever proceeded to empty stadiums because it would look like a fucking terrible product, and the fans have got the power to do that. That's why I massively support the idea of fans going and support their local club. Yeah. Go and support your local non-league club. Take your money. You can go and watch Chelsea on the telly, whatever you want to do, but support your local team. you feel much more of a part of it. And again, it's easier said than done, but that's how I feel about it.
I mean, you can support a big side,
I support a massive club.
Well, a club with a big history.
Well, I think the whole point with this is these are people spending every penny they've got trying to support their club, and it's being made more difficult for them by their club.
But this is the problem. Goes back to the point. If billionaires come into football clubs and so on, they completely take it for granted. They absolutely do.
No, I think there's a definition here. I think you're talking about
not just billionaires.
I think you're talking about hedge funds approach, which is that customers thing that Jim was talking about. Because the interesting thing with, say, Newcastle and Manchester City, part of how sports washing works is be nice to the supporters, get them on your side. So that is actually totally different. It's not about the amount of money, it's about the approach to using that money and about how you're expecting the business to work.
Fine, okay. Well, yeah, it's not going to change, sadly, but we wish it bloody would.
Cheers for watching another fantastic clip from the Football Ramble podcast. Make sure you click like on this video and subscribe to the channel, which means you will not miss a single upload.